This is The Herd. Wherever you may be, however you may be listening, live in Los Angeles. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, FS1. Joy Taylor, so patriotic, joining us here on Independence Day. And we were independent for about 3 weeks until we found Joy Taylor, and now it's a combo deal, Joy and I. And the crew. It's great to have you in today. It's been a wild week, by the way.
Yes, it has.
This used to be in America Baseball Talk Week, but it is now NBA Free Agency Week. Now, the money's mostly drying up, but a lot of stories out there about who's going where. We'll keep you very updated. Something could break today. I do believe the Kawhi Leonard story. I don't buy for a second he's going to Boston. He's not. That's being leaked by the Spurs. He's not going to Boston. They're not giving up any of their young stars to get Kawhi Leonard off an injury. I do believe Philadelphia's got a tiny, tiny chance, but the Spurs are asking too much. And I do believe the Lakers are in the running, but they are not going to give the Spurs what they want. So Kawhi Leonard, and my belief is he's a Laker. Clippers don't have enough to give the Spurs. Lakers have Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, maybe a Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, picks, first one-year contracts. I think he's going to become a Laker. It's just time. And if he doesn't, go to Portland, Damian Lillard. How long is Portland going to do this song and dance with two shooting guards? Reboot, baby. Rose City, Rip City, it's time to reboot. The team's not great, nor is it interesting. Put Lonzo, Brandon Ingram with C.J. McCollum. You got an interesting team there. You need forwards. You got more than enough shooters at the guard spot. But I was thinking about the Independence Day, and what are the brands in America that feel kind of most important and most American? And everybody wants to feel that their team matters the most, but they really don't. There's a handful of teams in America that are just more important, and TV networks fight over them, and they sell more jerseys, and they change TV ratings. And I thought on Independence Day, 4th of July, a celebration of America, a celebration of America's 10 greatest sports brands. Let's start with number one, and this is an inarguable number one. It's the Dallas Cowboys. They were the number one rated football game on 5 networks last year. Even when they had Tony Romo and either couldn't get to the playoffs or would go in and leave quickly, they were still first or second highest rated. Networks alter their schedules for the Dallas Cowboy games. They were the number one broadcast on NBC, on Fox, on CBS, on the NFL Network. This is an easy one. Football is the most popular sport in America. It is. Sorry, NBA fanboys. And this is easily the most popular team, right in the middle of the country. Not too far east, not too far west, right down there in the heartland. Dallas Cowboys number one. Listen, the Lakers were a top 5 brand, and now they've added the biggest individual brand in LeBron in America. I think right now the Lakers are number 2. And again, they were top 5 without. They were top 5 without LeBron. And LeBron as an individual, along with, like maybe Tom Brady, maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe. I think the Lakers are now easily the number 1 brand in the NBA, adding LeBron to the biggest brand, number 2. Number 3, New York Yankees. I can walk in any state in this country, and you can go to any country in this world, and there is a New York Yankee hat. Baseball has an advantage over every other sport because we tend to, in Detroit, you don't wear a Pistons hat or a Lions hat. You wear a Tigers hat, right? The New York Yankees have the most worn piece of memorabilia in the world, the New York Yankee logo. And right now, they are not only the biggest brand in the sport with all these young stars, they are once again the best team and the most interesting in the sport. Well, I'd say Green Bay Packers. I think there is a romance in America about small town morals and small town workmanship. Green Bay is the only franchise owned by the fans. Who hates Green Bay? There are very few franchises. A lot of people hate the Cowboys. A lot of people can hate the Lakers. I think they're the most likable franchise in America.
They're the first ones that people will have a hard time making an argument about because the top three are very polarizing. But being polarizing makes you a star, which is part of the reason why they're so popular.
Packers aren't polarizing and yet are still wildly popular with one of the most recognizable logos in the world. Pittsburgh Steelers. They symbolize working class, Joy's hometown, blue collar, which is ironic because they shifted about 5-6 years ago to throwing the football deep and not running as much. And they're one of the glitziest teams in the NFL. But the feeling is Big Ben kind of empowers their kind of, middle of the country, overlooked tough guy. They are still in the most popular sport in America. They have the largest traveling fan base. Not the Cowboys, the Steelers. The Steelers will take more people on the road.
Steeler Nation.
And you know why that is? Because in the 60s and 70s, steel was one of our leading manufacturing gifts, right? One of our industries. When that shrunk, where did all the steel workers go? They left Pittsburgh and went all over this country, and they remain Steeler fans. Steeler bars in every town in America.
Every town, and they have the most Super Bowls still. Just to throw that out
there. They do.
Yeah.
Number 6, Notre Dame football. I've fought with this for years, but here is something you cannot deny. There's 120 college football programs. There's 370 Division I programs. Notre Dame, I'm not counting swimming, tennis, lacrosse, softball, baseball, hockey, college. Notre Dame has more people who are fans of their football team that didn't attend the university, it's called sidewalk alumni, than any university in America. Folks, they have their own television network. Until recently, they were the only big brand in college sports that said, we don't even need a conference. We'll just be independent. And on Independence Day, they get my number 6. Chicago Cubs. Did you see what they did to the TV ratings? Name another brand in America that has a tag as losers and is popular. The Clippers, for years and years, didn't move a TV number. The Toronto Maple Leafs in America didn't leave. The Tampa Bay Rays, the Seattle Mariners, the Oakland A's. Name another sports franchise in America in any league that they're legendary for being pathetic and they're still moving a television number, moving memorabilia, moving hats, moving merchandise. There's nothing else like it in America. When they got to the World Series a couple years ago for Fox, our executives, I think, are still partying. They and the Yankees. Forget the Red Sox. It's not the Red Sox. The Cubs are the only losing organization. That's their brand for years that moves the meter. A lot of people will push back on this, but I think the Golden State Warriors, they symbolize the new America. Smart, Silicon Valley, digital, mobile. They symbolize what has happened to America. We are now a country. We have never had a time in America where 4 and 5 companies, Amazon, Google, Apple, Facebook, a lot of these, Amazon's not based in the Silicon Valley, Oracle. Our country is overwhelmingly, Dow Jones is controlled by about 6 companies, 5 in Silicon Valley. Steph Curry, by the way, made a nurse's shoe popular. No other franchise, no other player in the world could make a pharmaceutical shoe popular. Golden State at number 8. Duke basketball. And I say this because I think it symbolizes so many things. It symbolizes prestige. It symbolizes privilege. It symbolizes status. It symbolizes championships. It symbolizes winning. It symbolizes arrogance. Their coach coached the USA Dream Team, so they have an NBA connection. Listen, Notre Dame has more fans in America than every other college that didn't go there. No university in America symbolizes elite status. When I think of Kentucky, I think of hoops. When I think of Duke, I think of medical center, hoops, status, privilege, private university, world-class institution. And finally, and I don't think they're going to be on this list long, the Patriots. Let's be honest. Tom Brady retires. Bye-bye. We didn't care about the Patriots before Belichick and Brady, and we're not going to care an iota about them when they retire. Nobody cared about the Patriots when Steve Grogan was the quarterback. Tony Eason was the quarterback. Nobody cared about him when Pete Carroll was the coach. This is overwhelmingly driven by Belichick and Brady. But since they're all there, and because they're currently the best-run organization in the most popular sport, I would put them at number 10. These, on 4th of July, the Great American Independence Day, are my top 10 American sports brands.
Something tells me you're going to get a little pushback, yeah.
Well, what pushback?
No Celtics.
First of all,
you're going to get a lot of Boston pushback. That's
okay,
for
time
sure.
out. First of all, I've always said this about the Red Sox. The Yankees are Starbucks. They're popular in Boise, Bangladesh, Brooklyn. Starbucks is big everywhere. That's the Yankee. You find a Yankee hat everywhere in the world. The Red Sox are Dunkin' Donuts. The further you get away from New England, the less popular they are. Big difference. They are wildly popular regionally. And I'm not denying that. The Red Sox are in that Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, they are Maine, Stephen King loves them. They are wildly popular. You get to Ohio, crickets. Nobody cares. Yankees are big everywhere. I can walk around my town in Los Angeles, and by the end of the day, I will see 3 Yankee hats. I will see as many Yankee hats as Dodger hats. I don't see Red Sox hats here. Maybe Sully and Fitzy can't afford a plane ticket to L.A. I don't know. But the point is, the Yankees are an international brand. The Red Sox, this is a myth. They are in fact, you can argue they're the most popular regional brand. Like Dallas is big everywhere and a region. I'm not sure there's another brand in America that's bigger in a region that doesn't translate anywhere else. When's the last time you're walking around Houston and you saw a bunch of Red Sox hats? You see Yankee hats, you don't see Red Sox hats. Steven Jackson's next. You know, he called it. He called this Kawhi Leonard situation. Mr. Independent guy, Steven Jackson, he's an independent thinker. He's joining us next, The Herd. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.